it out again, taper it into the shorter portion, and you just watch it gradually blends itself right into that cut. Go up here, that recess high side part, look for the shorter portion and slice that all the way through. Now I'm in the front. And so what I'm gonna do is just continue with diagonal parting forward and going in, and what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna be skinning through this area just to create wispies. Nice soft up and down jumpy bangs and wispies all around the face. Going into this other portion of it, and I'm gonna hold the strands horizontally out, and I'm going in with my blade to texture throughout these strands. Comb it out and look for the idea that you're going for softness. I'm gonna keep doing this until I complete this whole section over here. But what I'm gonna do for me to get lift on top right here, I'm gonna twist this portion of the hair, and I'm gonna twist it holding it straight up, but I'm gonna bring it towards me because I need to be able to cut it off. Now I'm gonna go up with my blade and cut it. So once I style it, will give me that jump that I'm looking for. I'm gonna go right here at the high point, and I'm gonna do the same thing, but this area is already a little bit short, so I'm not gonna be doing too much of a slicing out or cutting off. So what I'm gonna do is just bring this gently towards me and just slice it upwards, taking that piece off as well. Going towards the face, and I'm gonna gently twist it and over direct it towards the high point, and I'm gonna do likewise. Turn my blade in the opposite direction, and I'm gonna slice it off what I need to be gone. Now I'm almost going towards the opposite side. I want to keep this portion right here a tad bit longer. So with my diagonal part, I'm gonna take it towards the side portion of the haircut, and I'm just gonna slide through it without giving it any lift because I want to keep that area right in there a little bit longer. Right here, I'm gonna do a diagonal part again, just right at the opposite recess area, which is gonna be the corner of this eyebrow over here. And I'm gonna use my razors, and I'm gonna twist again because I like a lot of texture in the front. And I'm just gonna keep it over directed while I texture by just sliding my blade through the entire twisted strand. Careful not to cut this whole thing off until I get to the ends. Right here at the corner tips, this is where I'm gonna create my shorter portion. Right at this corner of the eyebrows, I'm gonna go right here at the corner, and I'm gonna start slicing down with my blade to create the shorter pieces right in there, and just slide on the twisted strand all the way out to the ends. Comb, and you will see those shorter pieces that I create right in there. Yes. Now I'm gonna turn her around to this side, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did on the left side, opposite side. I'm right on the high point, and all we're gonna be doing is twist and slice, turning my razors to the opposite side and cut everything going upwards in the opposite direction, slicing it all off. And I do that because I did said I'm trying to create a spiky pixie, guys. Again, over directing it over to this side because I'm trying to keep a little bit of length, but I still want to create my volume to this part of the haircut. Everything is cut outside of your fingers, guys, because you don't want to create any accident by turning the blade the wrong way. Okay? Now I'm at the opposite side. I'm on the right side, so I'm going to turn my client around and I'm going to do a diagonal part forward again. And because this side is where I'm trying to create the shortness, I'm doing a diagonal forward part, and I'm going to go in and create shorter wispies into the longer portion of the face. So I'm framing now, taking it in shorter by gliding my razor blade into the hair, not on the ends, but inside of mid shaft, and creating my short to long portions. When using razors, we have to pay close attention that they will get dull on you if you're using too much friction. So if the hair gets dry, be sure to wet it, because razor cuts are done better when the hair is wet or damp. Not too wet, but damp. Okay? Make sure you have even dampness, or else you will create friction on the haircut and the blade won't pull as it's supposed to. You'll find yourself fighting with the blade. Okay, so we're continuing doing from short into long, using the gliding slicing technique over to the longer portion. Continue to do that. Now we're going to take the last portion of this side part over here in this recess area in the right side, and we're just going to do a vertical, and we're going to cut it straight out from where it is, cutting over our fingers. Blend it with some of the front left part. Take it in and over direct it to the left section, because you're keeping this area longer. And I'm going to turn my blade again upside and slice the portion of hair that I want off. Go here towards the back high point, and as you can see, as I twist it, I'm keeping it towards the back, and you can see all that length right there that needs to be gone. So I'm going to hold it, and I'm still going to use the upside of my blade and slice it all the way off. So I'm just going to go around to this right side back, and I'm going to use vertical section, and I'm going to check. You see all that hair that needs to be cut right there, and I'm going to hold it and cut it going down outside of my fingers. Careful not to cut myself. I can turn it to the side, still vertically parted, cutting it down. Take the other section, do likewise. Another subsection, do likewise until everything is showing a more symmetrical look with those strands. I'm gonna go right here, right at the crown area, and I'm gonna lift it, and I'm not gonna cut it at an high because I don't want volume there. So I'm gonna bring it down towards me. And I'm just gonna cut that off so that lays down. And I'm sure you have heard about abnormal growth pattern. Well, this mannequin head came with abnormal growth pattern, and that's because of the way it was stitched. So because I've seen that right here, I am careful not to cut into it. I go around it, and whatever I cut, I leave a little bit longer so it can cover and don't create a hole in the haircut or like she's balded. So guys, again, I'm gonna do another diagonal forward part, and I'm just gonna take a little bit more off this recess area over here right on the right side and cut it a bit shorter into my longer portion to create that symmetrical. But as I do that, I'm gonna lift this part because I wanna give her height as well. So I'm gonna lift this up and I'm gonna give it like a high layering, but also softening up, texturizing it at the same time. Texturizing it at the same time. And one last twist and upside sliced off. And so guys, this comes to the conclusion of my spiky pixie cut. And this is the way it looks before I blow dry it. As you can see, the longer portion over here, my shorter pieces, and all this volume and spike standing up going on top. And on the opposite side, the softness. Guys, I thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the final end result. I'm gonna come back after I style it. I put my finishing touch to it.